Alright peeps, welcome back to one version. We've got lovely clean water back behind our bad water repulsion system. So let's let it flow, even if it does mix slightly with some leftover bad water. All the way down and into our big old river here. Not forgetting, of course, to drop this bad lad down to 0.85. And since we had such a cracking episode last episode, I've got a big challenge for our beavers, but not before we watch the big wave come down. Well, that big challenge is to pick up the rubble from these, which, yes, is only bloody 2 logs. But more importantly, get another bloody medium tank down here, this time facing this beaver. And while we've got the one spot spare, we may as well get another small tank knocking about, eh? Oh, we've got some mild floodage. Is that... Ooh, oaks! I thought we were alright. I thought we didn't flood. I thought 0.85 was perfect. Come on, flood, recede. Oh, that's not receding. Well, it kind is receding, but it's hanging about for a bit longer than I'd like it to be honest with you. Let's say towards the end of the cycle, we'll rock it up to 0.85. But until then, it'll just stay at 0.55. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to test with beavers very much if we didn't have any builders, are we? So let's swap with industrial lumber mills so we can use the power of the water instead of the power of a beaver. Let's go and do a one hauler, and that should give us 2 builders or 1. I suppose that's better than knee builders, isn't it? And you know what, pal? Ye can be made much more efficient by being a lumberjack flag up here who gets chopping down all the oaks. Oh, and yes, it needs to be maximum priority. That would also help. So ideally, or what I want to see here is beavers building this first and foremost, but filling it full of water before our waterfalls stop falling. Now we do still have one hauler, so they'll be keeping some water up here, some kohlrabies in here for our industry grafters. Ooh, what are you lucky here? These oaks that dried up almost immediately in the last episode are getting their percentage back up during this temperate season. Oh, and that's right. We found out that we had homeless beavers in the last episode, but we do not have enough science points to fix that. We simply need more beavers. So shall I unpause 2 breeding pods? And then we can have 4 breeding pods on the crack at all times? Or do we just take it easy and open up a 3rd sprog pod for a sprog to pop out of? And here is that energetic little sprog. How's your first bit of fur moistening, Gallon pal? I accidentally left this open the whole last bloody bad tide, and it was alright. I might do the same again, because there's no better than some happy beavers now, is there? Oh, we got myself a 3rd builder beaver, so this big old medium tank is gonna get plonked up in no time at all. Therefore, I'm feeling like hippity-hopping me way atop this big old forester here, so I can cop a mad speedy up it if it getting banged in. Or until I hear a tide change warning in me logs, whichever one comes first. Oh, we got myself a drought warning! And I said drought warning accidentally, and I was right. And the 2nd big old tank in. Well, that is fan-dabby-doozy. The beavers passed me test. Now, it's time to see if they can pull out a real quick and dirty build. We're gonna need 1 staircase, 4 dams, and 1 floodgate, please. You know, beavers, that is all a maximum priority, because it will be kinda cool to have some bonus water storage up here. But there'll be no speedy up bit of that all happening. I need to make sure that we start bringing this bad lad up to 0.85. We continue to slurp all the water here, and we manage the amount of beavers we have, so we can actually survive some of these long droughts and bad tides that are coming our way. Especially since we've got this smelter up and running. And I suppose, while we're waiting for the 600 science points for the centrifuge, which we'll also need to spend 400 science points on something else first, we may as well get it up and running, you know. But not right now, during the bloody drought. Because right now, like I was saying, we need to be as efficient as possible, trying to get this bad lad banged in. Ooh, we're flooding. Bloody this 0.85, it was spot on in the last episode. Oh, hang on, no, is it spot on now? It looks like it might be spot on now, and that's fine with me. I just need to remember to get this bad lad up to 1 before the drought hits. up to bloody 4 beaver builders in there. Let's get the forester unpaused. They can replant some of these freshly chopped oaks in here, as well as plant some oaks in here where they've never been planted before. Oh, look at those medium tanks. 257 water, that's fantastic. I can pause some of these bad lads because we're pretty much full on storage for now. And that will allow us to get some bloody inventors in early because we desperately need them. And I'll still chick along with 3 builders. We didn't have that much wood anyway, so the likelihood is we're going to run out of wood before anything else. Although we could potentially help the situation out by chopping down some trees here. You know what? I said there was going to be nice speedy up bits, but there is. There's going to be at least one real quick speed 4 speedy up bit while we let that beaver chomp the top trees for a day. And with the day rules ruined, it's officially time to pause old mate and get him grafting back in the 1 district centre. You know what? They might not be far off this, you know. How many planks is that? 5 planks. We have enough logs to get both of these in. Well, we actually have enough logs to get that and half of this in. And we will only need to chop down 1 more oak in the meantime. We could get this done, you know, peeps. I'm even going to sacrifice an inventor for a 4th bloody builder. And then we're going to do another speedy up bit until the sun sets. Now, once the sun's set, we can take stock. Oh, how's it too far from district? Oh, that's a bloody new move if I've ever seen one. Like, could that have been in? How much time was wasted with us not putting that path in? And we had a beaver cork it, so I'm going to have to sacrifice yet another inventor. Get the beavers up to 24-hour working days. Get this preemptively up to 1. And then hang a boot doing here until 0.1 days, where we will put this all the way up to 1.0. Or maybe not, because I started going a bit early, so it's going up to 1 now. It's just going to float. I don't even care. I just want to see if we get this in. Come on, 24-hour workforce beavers. Get this bad lad in and reserve some of that precious, precious water. It's all going to go, isn't it? It's all going to trickle out and flood our 1 bloody district. It's going to get popped in the second this dries out, isn't it? I'm just waiting for it to dry out, and then immediately a beaver come out and just gone bang, 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 bang. I'm going to finish this. There was only 1 left as well. Where's the beaver with the bloody plank coming to bang, 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 and finish this? Are they all passed out? Or it could be the fact that we've got 0 planks left. And you're certainly not going to be making any more, are you? Peeps, we were so close to greatness there. Like, it's unreal how close to greatness we were. Does that mean we've got our big braziers in? Almost. But we're still waiting on those precious metal parts. Not braziers. Yes, we got the braziers in. I was on about the bust. Yeah, MiGly. Oh, but I do like the look of that bloody oak forest. Look at all of that. Woo, just ripe for the chopping. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any builders as is, but that is absolutely fine. What are they going to do? Save for some water back here? No. Ooh, and I maybe would have wanted that water, considering that we've got ourselves a 16-day bloody drought here. Oh, and here's the view from the end of the last episode, with 3 fireplaces, 2 braziers, and 0 busts. Oh, that's right, we need to sort the bloody homeless problem out, didn't we? And look at this mad lad still grafting, yeah. And I was about to come on and say we're only 3 Science points away from sorting that out, but we're not. We're 153 Science points away from sorting that out. But in the meantime, beavers, you can get to building those double platforms ready for the big old large barrack to be plopped down. It'll be absolutely glorious. Although what isn't glorious is realising that none of that plan is going to work. Oh no! Poops! I didn't realise it until I'd done it. Don't ever guess how many logs is in here. Sorry, how many log is in here? Okay, beavers, you go ahead and replace what you had with 3 row houses. At a high priority, of course. You need to pick up your precious log. You know, I unlocked the wrong platform, so now we are even further away from our dreams, which we could be fine with. Bloody unpause and press the wrong button panicking because I've still got bloody water slurpers on. Oh, we do not need that in a long drought. We've got, I was going to say we got plenty of water, but we don't. because I haven't set this to supply goods to other warehouses like I bloody should. Oh, we still didn't have any builders though. This is a perilous time, this like. Oh, there's absolutely no point having all of this happening. Let's just get 2 beavers off the wheel, and then maybe we'll have some beavers in the 1 district centre here. There we go, and he just picked up the bloody rubber there, did you see him? That means we can up this to maximum priority. Well, this 15-day drought is worrying us like peeps. I mean, I was already concerned about the droughts we were going to get, hence getting this bad lad in, but we didn't quite get it in time, did we? So we've got no water in reserve, but we can prep for the next temperate season. This isn't the only little dam that I want to pop up. I want to pop one on every layer of the waterfall. So let's levy it up 4 blocks with a casual floodgate on the end. That's becoming our signature move here on 1 version, isn't it? Although I will say, I am tempted to not put a floodgate here and just go straight for a fancy valve. Maybe a throttling valve? Maybe a fill valve. Oh, look, it looks like a little sluice. Hello, sluice. I'm personally leaning towards throttle valve, because I imagine once I do have enough sky and spines to get this unlocked, I'll be able to basically turn it on and off. So it'll be like a floodgate in essence, or at least the way I was going to use this floodgate here. And I'm also curious to replace it down here as well with a throttling valve, and see if like 85% closed is the equivalent of having this at 0.85. And we get like the occasional bit of flooding, but not too detrimental. Although I'm just clocking we're up to 20 beavers of the adult variety, so I really do need to be checking myself before I end up wrecking myself. So we're cranking the industrial estate up to full power. We've got the smelter smelting metal blocks. We'll soon have 2 beaver busts, which don't even require metal blocks. They're waiting on Boonu the smither, making these metal parts, which he has 5 of, which means we're waiting for builders to actually go build this high priority job here. Nothing to do with the fact that we've got a maximum priority Hoomans estate on the crack. You know what? Cause I bloody love it, I'm gonna whip out a mad speedy up bit of the beavers running round in circles, powering the industrial estate, and rebuilding our Hoomans estate bigger and better than it was before. While we're doing a Hoomans estate rebuild speedy up bit, how are you enjoying 1 version so far? I quite enjoyed the 1 beaver start. It was a proper challenge. Well, it's still a challenge. We're still playing catch up with where we should / could be by now. But catching up we are. Look at our fancy Hoomans estate. Oh, the beginnings of our fancy Hoomans estate, I should say. Oh, and I'm seeing we're full on metal block storage, so we need to do something about that. And that something is, of course, putting down the wrong warehouse. It's building a temporary pile to pile it all up in. At a maximum priority, nonetheless. Oh, beavers. Any reason there's not loads of water up here? How many haulers do we have? 1! Well, that'll explain it. Double me amount of haulers and we might be able to keep up with our bloody bait boxes. Yeah, we're not keeping up with our bait boxes. Oh, we've got no bloody berries though, so we need to unpause this, otherwise we'll have halted breeding. And that is no good. Well, that does, once again, leave us with no builders. I suppose we don't need the metal up and running, or 2 of these grafters pushing around. At least not until our beaver builders bang this entire small pile in. So now we can unpause the smelter, get 4 beavers back on the spin, and have not magicked up any beavers for the district centre. Oh, the beavers! I still want to get this built. That's a high priority thing, you know. I also want to get one built over here. But we're not going to get there this episode. And it's going to be reversed. How very strange, eh? You know, the main reason I didn't want to get a 1 high floodgate over here is, how on earth would I gonna put staring up there? It's fully blocked off. Now, I am scared to do one up here at the moment because, well, you know, the bad water sort of pools up and chills for the most part. Sometimes it gans down, most of the time it chills. And I'm a bit afraid that by blocking it off by 1, we'll start creating a pool. And the pool won't be as chill as just letting it be. And I am very lucky, I mean, incredibly clever to have thought up this bad water repulsion system. And more importantly, for it to have actually worked. And you know what, beavers? You might not have any builders yet. Oh, we've got a builder! We have a builder! I take it back, beavers, I take it back. Oh no, I just noticed the throttling valve takes treated planks, not bloody planks. Oh, well. I'd like to order one handy dandy small warehouse, thank you very much. And if possible, can we have it topped with a staircase? And now, Beavers, that is a maximum priority job. Because that's your new challenge for the next 9.2 days. And with 14 blocks to a name, I think it might be time to whip out a building frenzy. And any good building frenzy begins with picking up a single log. So you can make use of the 14 metal blocks you've got stored up and plonk in a big old-fashioned 2x1 metal hour hang there. And that is starting to magically line up with some things that could occur. Now, of course, that means I've had to lower the priority of these bit of levies so we can pick up these bits of rubble. And I was about to be all cocky and say the Beavers will have that in no time at all, because we're going to go doing a 2 in here, which will leave us with a full complement of 4 builders in here. However, have a look at that food. It's dwindling. So we're going to have to go ahead and get 2 beavers picking up some kohlrabies, as well as a beaver in here slurping up some water, because we're doing a 96 and we do not want to reverse those numbers because that's going in the wrong direction. So yeah, now we're back to 1 builder. So I really do hope you get to at least pick up this bloody log in here. Oh, but we do have full plank storage, so you can get opposed and you can get doing a 1 worker. And that means we can have 3 builders. Look at we're tripling with builders. This is what I was talking about during the speedy up. And oh, they're both in. But I'm not going to go first person just yet. We're going to have to save that for the end of the episode. But like I was saying during the speedy up bit, the 1 beaver challenge isn't bloody over yet. We're playing catch up. We've still got really low beaver numbers, but we also can't expand too quick. Otherwise, we're going to run out of our precious, precious resources. And that's mainly down to the fact that we've got longer droughts than is expected for this amount of population / development in general. Ooh, and we're metalsmiths full on storage, which means we have a full complement of builder beavers. Oh, and thankfully, we're big berry pickers, not sitting on his arse day and night. Although we're 16 out of 20 berries, I will shift you over to this one so we get another half a day with you. But since we've got the water slurper and we're bonus kohlrabi pickers up and running, why didn't we enjoy a mad speedy up bit of these beavers building all of their mad dams as well as their fancy pants metal platform? While we're in another speedy up bit, I must say I'm canny happy with our beavers here. They've absolutely cranked along. We've got a proper industrial estate up and running, and we're about to be properly managing our water, not just vaguely sploshing it out the back of the map whenever it's not to our liking. And we got it all in. I would like to recycle these stairs, but honestly, no. We'll just go ahead and recycle the one that we absolutely have to before we replop it with a floodgate. You had to, didn't you? You absolutely had to go in there. Right, it's time to wiggle out the bullshittery here and get you somewhere where we can get you picked up. Oh no! It's bloody planers! I thought I had you there, but clearly not. Right, now we just need to create a nice tidy little path for our rubble to go to, where it can go nowhere else other than precisely where we want it to go, i.e. right bloody there where it can get picked up. Now it's just a simple job of cleaning up your mess, you know. And our beavers, maximum priority on that, and I did see that the water is gone. And how much did we slay? Wow! 12 water for 2.1 days. Alrighty then. This is getting paused, this is getting paused, and this is getting paused. And there is nothing else I can do about that. In the speedy up, I was just saying about how mint the beavers were doing and that. And I was officially too cocky leaving this bloody shower on for the entire 15-day drought, man. Oh, the state, the absolute state of this map right now. And it's all my fault. But our beavers have managed to get our fancy overhang in, whilst getting enough science points to unlock our large barracks, which of course is connected straight into the industrial estate. As well as, if we spend another 100 science points here, all the way up via a fancy pants fade staircase. And don't worry peeps, it will be fancified once we get the precious, precious treated blanks up and running. And for now, that's a fair dinkum access up and down. And we're of course going to block off this path at some point with more industry. We already know a centrifuge is going here when we got 600 science points spare. Oh, and ye sitting on your arse day and night can be useful before you end up caulking it with thirst. Oh no! Oh, the thirst issue is absolutely no bueno. Like I say, if nothing else, we can whip the Beavers another building challenge. Beavers, get your big hoose and fancy, well, not fully fancy, but mildly fancy, staircase on the crack. Oh yeah, and of course, get this bloody floodgate on and all. I want all of these at 0.85 down here. And I suppose since we've got no water to save down here, we may as well get this down to 0.55 so it doesn't flood. Ye sitting on your arse day and night can be useful. Even though we now have 4 beavers without a day. I suppose that means we're going to get 6 whole. That's not going to boot, aren't we? Or do we be clever little beavers and get some bonus inventors up and running? I think you know which way I'm leaning with that. Let's bring the priority all of this down. Sorry, 8 homeless beavers. But the 3 jobless beavers will be very thankful when this is all up and running. And so will every single beaver in future episodes if we make it, because we have 2 water left. Because we'll have heaps more sides to play with. Oh, this is real bad, peeps. And I mean real bad. And I'm noticing we're filling up on the planks as well. So let me change this from logs to bloody planks, emergency plank storage, and start accepting goods once again. Oh, well, this episode has certainly taken a bloody turn, hasn't it, peeps? We're now sitting here with 1 water to a name, which is fitting because it's 1 version with 1 district, and now we have no water whatsoever. Hopefully, not all of these kohlrabis, oh, they will all dry out. Well, I was going to say let's get these changed to harvesting, but it doesn't matter because it's all so dry. Oh, no. What type of situation have we gotten ourselves into here, peeps? To me, this is a situation that could have easily been avoided with a little bit more foresight. Maybe even a path down to here. So this 1 block, the key block, wasn't out of range of your builders. Maybe that could have made a difference. But we'll never know. All we have to do is hope for the best. Maybe keep our hood off. Oh, look at all these bloody inventor hoods. I forgot we're doing the big building session. But as I was saying, maybe keep our hood off so we don't have to worry about how many thirsty beaver notifications are bobbing about this big map, yeah. And just be happy that we've got beavers banging their big, large barracks in. But the second they all clock off, you know where we're going. That's right. We're going down to the campfire to say, "Divot worry, beavers. Your cupcakes got your back. If you just come gather round, I'll let yous all know precisely how I'm going to ensure that yous all die of thirst." I seem to be developing a trust issue with our beavers. Hopefully, we can rectify that in days to come. Otherwise, we're going to be hooped. And that's nae bloody good. So make sure you tune back next week to see if Davey Jr.'s descendants are just as resilient as Davey's descendants. And of course, toodaloo!